We're now live. Hello everybody and welcome to the MHSPshadow. Today we are in the Rockstar editor and I've just realised the Operation Survival of the Bros logo is still at the bottom. That's hilarious. Speaking of which, we might be doing Survival of the Bros this week. So yeah, check that out when that's coming over. Hopefully this week, but we'll have to see how it goes. So anyway, welcome to the Rockstar editor. So for the past week I've been showcasing a lot of video edits of what I've been up to, and I have to admit guys, some recordings that I've done recently I've done really well. So I'm going to show you how I make it. So earlier on I did make some video progress, but I thought, oh, I might as well do it from scratch. So here is a mission that I did recently. So I'm going to show you how I do it, because I feel that it's good to give you guys a bit of an example how good I'm getting at recording. So we're starting off with the camera angle. So the camera angle I'm doing is that we're going to move the camera angle towards here. So at the first thing we do, we're going to have it go towards here. So we're trying to make it look like the scene is happening. In fact, I might change it from here, so it just makes it look like the movie is about to begin. Yeah, that might actually work. But I might change this up to here. So this is basically my guy. As you can see, you are actually seeing one of the costumes for the character. So basically what's happening is that you're seeing something quite new that I'm actually putting together. So the way I'm doing this is that I'm going to be showing you just a bit of a presentation of how I make recordings like this into reality, because since I'm making Dreadnought movie, I figured I would like to show what I'm doing in cases of progress. So this is what I'm doing. So this is how I'm recording it. So at the moment, as you can see, I am preparing my character to a battle in survival. So I'm trying to show you how that's all working. So at the moment, there's a few more players, and okay, so that guy that I was trying to record before, he is not exactly in sync with the video, which is fine. He's absolutely fine. So here we are with the camera footage. So at the moment, we're going to, okay, that's had a bit of an error, so that's absolutely fine. So we're gonna have that changed up a bit. So that's how, a bit more experimental there. Let's see how it works. Yeah, that looks like it's working. So, as I say, we are working towards this, and the movie, as I would say, is slowly getting better and better. At the moment, we're having a bit of a break of making the acting and the movie stages are slowly a little bit different. So at the moment we are trying to work out what we're going to do for ways of making video footage. So yeah, like I say, we are still working out ways of making videos like this a bit easily. So right now we are going to show you how I'm going to do it, and it's not easy. Like, don't get me wrong. I've got a lot to work with, and eventually you're going to love what I've put together. And eventually, when the movie is completely ready to go, you're going to see how much progress that this movie has become. Because I just want to let you guys see how much I've put into it. So yeah, like I say, it's been a while since we've seen a live stream like this. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well this week. I had a lot on this week, last week, and I have to say, guys, it was a bit difficult for me to talk to you on stream. So don't worry, things might be a bit more cooled down this week. So don't worry, nothing's happening. All I'm having to do is just work out what I'm gonna do in ways of making content like this a lot easier, so you can see what's happening in the long run. So yeah, this is something I'm working towards, like here. So this is a good video edit, as you can see. I might have to play this again so we can have a look at what's going on. So yeah, this is what we're doing. So as you can see here, this is what I've put in store. So as you can see, we're just currently moving all this around. So I'm trying to show the characters around the people I've played with before. This was recorded on Saturday, so we're trying to see how it works. Okay, that looks a little bit fast. So we're gonna have a scene where this is probably gonna have a little bit more or less speed. So we're gonna have it as probably 50%, and then we're gonna have this. I think, yeah, that's it. I accidentally pressed it out of the way. But what I can show you is that this is going to show you a bit of combat. So it just shows the character what's going on. I know I'm not an expert on this yet, but we are definitely working towards something that is going to be a bit big. But like I say, the movie's not ready for a while yet, so the Dreadnought is going to be a bit more difficult to create. I'm also doing it in a different way of recording it, rather than just doing it in this editor. So basically, the way I'm editing this is that I'm going to be recording this in the editor, but I have to do the voices in a slightly different way. So in a way, what I'm doing is that I have to get the movie exactly spot on. If I don't get the movie spot on with the voicing and all that, it's just not going to look good. And I have to work extremely hard just so the movie has a way of doing some certain things, and that's why I'm having to do this in my own time, because this movie is going to be pretty big. But it's not just because it's going to be pretty big. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a big project. What I'm trying to do, guys, is that I'm trying to see if I could get my character... sorry, I nearly lost subject there. I'm trying to get some roles in the film to work together into a big, like, part of the movie. So basically, the way I'm trying to do this is that the better I put it together, like, basically, technically, what I'm trying to say, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to make the film, it's just slightly a bit easier for all of us to sorry, I'm trying to concentrate whilst I'm doing this at the same time, because with me, I'm a little bit rusty with commentating, so I do apologise. Yeah, so basically, the reason why I'm taking so long to make the film is because there's going to be two parts of the movie, and I was talking to my brother about this a little while ago, and he said to me he wasn't sure that how long the movie would be, because it would probably take me more than probably a year to record to put all this all together. That's basically what his reaction was, and I basically thought to myself, right, so I'm gonna have to put this into a different perspective to make the movie. So the way I was going to put this was to put the movie into two parts. So the first part is going to be basically talking about the Dreadnought, and it's going to be talking about what's going to happen in the future of the series. So basically, this is going to be a series of not just movies, but it's going to have a series of talking about what's happening in the series, and it's understandable, really, because if you want to see what's happening, it's going to have not just a way of making scenes of like me, for example. I'm showing how I'm doing it now. This is just a preview of what I'm trying to work at. This is technically not the actual film itself. This is a little preview that I've been working at for a little while. So like I say, don't worry, this is not the real thing. So if you were thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a look at this movie, no, think again, people. I am not gonna show you any of the movie. But I did show a little bit of the film before, but I have to admit, guys, this is some bits on the videos that I've shown you in the past. They are not going to be ready for quite some time, so there's a lot of things to it before I properly release the video, and there's a lot of things happening in it. So there'll be scenes like me running up the hillside, breathing and all that. So basically, I'm trying to do some voice acting at the same time, but also this is also something I'm trying to put together in a way of recording and editing stuff as well. So eventually, when you see this video coming together, you're going to have a bit of a surprise of what basically I've got in store. So hopefully the movie will have a bit of a good reaction, and I really do want it to come together, and that's exactly what I want it to do. So at the same time, I want people to have fun, and I want people to understand why I'm putting a movie like this into something that I want people to love and understand. And that is why I'm working extremely hard trying to get it working, and that's what I'm trying to do. So basically, at the moment, the story of it is that I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about what's going on. Now, I'm not going to show you everything. I'm not going to show you details. I'm not going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, but I'm just going to put you some points of how I'm developing it. So basically, the first point I'm going to be making is that the way I'm making this is going to be through GTA, and through the first movie, it's going to be just people from the UK coming over to America because there's some stuff going on. Now, I can't say why, but let me just say it's all due to Brexit, because there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of people hate Brexit, and I can totally let people know about that. Now, to be honest, the only secret I can tell you is that there's a lot of things due to Dreadnought. Now, people might be thinking, oh, it's just a title, or it probably might be a big ship. No, it's not a big ship. It's something to do with an enemy in the Dreadnought. Now, this movie represents the character. The character of the movie is basically trying to rise up to the challenge, and then in the second half of the film, you'll see a bit of a shock to how he adapts himself to the situation, because in the movie there's a lot of stuff happening, and it tells you a bit of a background story about the character, which is Shadowfall. So basically, my character is telling you about certain things that's been happening, and the Dreadnought, they're basically everywhere. There's just hundreds of Dreadnought everywhere. They're these big, brutal enemy, and they're everywhere. They're all hiding, they're all secretive. So that's why this film is going to be crazy, because the way I'm doing it is going to be a little bit confusing to some people, but then afterwards it's going to get a little bit more understanding, if you get what I'm saying. So eventually, at the first part of the film, you'll see a bit of a way of how I will develop the movie. So the movie will have a way of showing itself to the viewers. So yeah, so at the moment you're going to see a lot of things happening whilst these are being developed. Eventually, when you see the movie, you'll get a bit of an understanding of why I'm trying to get people to see the movie for itself. So when the movie really does start, you will have a bit of a shock of how I'm going to put it together. So yeah, as you can see on the screen, this is exactly what I'm putting together, and I know it's a bit insane at the moment with the character shooting out and how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that. Well, basically guys, there's nothing to worry about. So basically, the way I'm going to be doing it is that I'm going to show you how this movie is going to branch its new efforts to just so people can understand how I'm going to make this. So this is one of the videos where I'm just going to show you how I'm going to edit it. So right now, my character is aiming down sight. So I'm going to figure this out whilst I'm doing it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm actually trying to work this out right now. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to probably just, yeah, maybe like that. Maybe just bring this a little bit further down. And then eventually, probably just have a bunch of enemies here, because I've just realised how many there were. So, that's it. So here, it's just showing you how crazy the fight is going to be. So, eventually, when you see the movie like this one here coming into perspective, you're going to have a bit of a surprise of how much effort I'm going to put this into it. So yeah, I know it's a bit difficult to understand why I'm doing this, so don't worry. I know it's a bit confusing with why I'm talking about this and why I'm trying to be all so professional about it. Well, I wouldn't say I'm professional, but the reason why I'm trying so hard of it is I just want people to understand this is why I'm making a film just like this, to be quite like powerful, and that's what I want people to understand, you know, and that's what I want to do. So as you can see, this is going to be something that I want people to understand. So here we're just editing this into the battle. So we're just gonna bring the camera a little bit higher because there is some bandits up here. So, oh, that's gonna be quite specific. Let's have a look at this. Okay, that's a little bit too fast. So I'm just going to make it go to about 50%. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. So we're just going to bring the camera up, and then we're going to have it as my character taking them down. That's better. So it makes it looks like that the guys that are fighting Shadow, or my character in a way, are going to have a bit of a shock of how deadly this battle's going to be for them. Not just to survive, but it's going to be like I just want them to, like, the character to feel like this guy will not back down, and that is why I want this movie to be like that. And I've had movies in the past, I've seen movies in the past where they try to make the characters look like they're the underdog of the series. Now that is exactly what I want to make my character. But the characters in the movie isn't just going to be some easy thing you gotta create yourself. It's going to be something that they have to be a part of. So basically my character is part of something that we will have to face eventually in life. And that is basically the way I have to create my character into this universe. So you might be wondering, what year is this movie going to be based in? Well, it's basically 5 years in the future, and it's going to explain to you, what's going on. Why is it this world's such a big thing? And why are you fighting bandits? Well, eventually when I get the social club on the PlayStation, I'll be able to create some maps for players that I'll be playing with, and hopefully everybody will have fun, but also they'll take out some enemies in the meantime. So yeah, like I say, there's a lot of things happening in the way of making this movie looking a bit crazy. So yeah, this is basically something that I've always wanted to show you, and I really do hope that you guys really do like the approach of how I do this. So today I'm not going to be making a big video, but I just hope that you guys can understand how much effort I'm trying to put into these videos. But yeah, and it's understandable if you guys don't want to talk, or you don't want to be a part of the video at the moment, which is fine. I guess if you guys have just got home from school, or you just got home from work, which is totally understandable. This video is always here for everybody to witness and see what's going on. But like I say, the second thing for what I'm going to be saying, basically the way I'm going to be doing this is that I'm going to have players playing alongside in the second version of the movie. So basically there's 1 or 2 parts, as I said earlier on. So the first part is going to be discovering about the Dreadnought. The second half is going to be a bit more crazy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, like I say, I hope you guys really will enjoy what I'm putting together. I know the movie is a bit slow at first, but I did mention it the other day, well, a couple of weeks ago in fact, saying that the Dreadnought is a bit difficult to put together. But Connie X Duck, in a way, he did say this off camera, and he said maybe make it into a TV program, like making it into episodes. So again, thank you, Connie X Duck, for giving me the idea, because it was actually meant to be a TV like a YouTube series before, but then I thought, oh, it might not work. But then Duck kind of reminded me how I wanted it. So again, thanks for reinventing the idea, and I'm very happy for that. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, and if you want to ask me some questions on how I'm going to develop the film, on how I'm going to be doing this, and if you want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome to message me on YouTube. So just send in a comment and let me know who you are, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, if you want to do something like this, you're more than welcome to follow the videos and all this stuff I'm going to be doing with you. Yeah, like I say, so much stuff happening, so much stuff will be going on. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. This is Ben from MHSP Production, or should I say MHSPshadow, because I'm that. Hope you guys will have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Peace out, everybody.